Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today I am going to share with you my experience while I went through my swearing in ceremony. That's when I took my oath of allegiance to be a citizen of the United States. So many times when you try to find information and you ask people how was it, how did this start, it's for some reason it is really hard for people to explain to you the process. So I figured, since we have a channel, I'm just going to go ahead and document my process of doing it. That way I can also show others and people can learn as well. So come on the trip with us and let's go to Plano, Texas with us. If you're in the Dallas area, you are going to be having your ceremony in the Plano, Texas area. It might change, but for now, that's where I had mine. So are you ready? Come, let's go together. And thank you for watching. Welcome to our channel. Good morning. How do you want to say hi? That's Mr. Taster right there. Good morning, family. Welcome to She's World. My name is Sheila, but you can call me She. And over here, I have Mr. Taster here. You can call him
Jack of all trades, cook, taster, driver.
Yeah, you can call him any name. So if you see all of that and the kids at the back there, we are on our way. Today is my naturalization ceremony. So we are going to Plano, Texas. The ceremony is at 10:30 a.m. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. So we will let everybody know once we get there. Hopefully we're gonna ask the officer if we can film the whole process. If we can, that will be amazing. So if we can, you're gonna see it. If we cannot, I will give you the rundown of what the whole ceremony and the whole process is like. So see you when we get there. So if you watch my previous video, I did talk about after the interview, when you're done with the interview, you are going to get a letter. The letter is called N445. That is your notice of naturalization oath ceremony. So this letter is going to tell you the date for your ceremony and also the time and place of your ceremony. So on this letter it says, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services thanks you for your interest in becoming a United States citizen. You must now appear at the naturalization oath ceremony to complete the naturalization process. So it's going to tell you the things to bring. First, you need to bring this notice with the reverse side completed. Please refer to instructions below. The second thing is all permanent resident cards, your green cards that you may have valid or expired. The third thing is all re-entry permits or refugee travel documents that you may have valid or expired. The last one is any other document USCIS issued to you that you may have, such as employment authorization cards, valid or expired. So these are the documentation that you're going to bring along. So I'm going to say this. There is nothing more than I can tell anybody than to pay attention. It is incredible how we are at the ceremony and people are not paying attention and they're announcing the same thing 150 times. Let me give you an example. So when we were at the ceremony, the officer in charge kept saying that if you're here and you're sitting with your family, please move to the place where all applicants are, because when you enter, they're going to tell you that families go to the right, applicants join a queue. Of course, in everywhere we are, people don't pay attention. So some people weren't paying attention until such a time where the officer started talking and then somebody was waving a flag in front of me, and then one guy is sitting there, he's an applicant, he goes like, where did you get the flag from? And then the lady says, You have to take the packets before you come in here. That's when he realized that he was sitting there but he didn't have a packet. So what was going to happen was, after the ceremony, he was not going to be sworn in, and he would have to resit or reschedule for the entire ceremony. So please pay attention. If you see people carrying a bunch of packets, you may as well figure out where they got it from, if that meant you weren't paying attention from the get-go. The second thing that I also need you to pay attention to, and I'm going to say this real quick, the whole place was packed. Just look at this. We literally didn't have a parking spot. We had to park on some grass. Later on, they said it wasn't a parking spot. So, this is how choked it is going to be if you're in the Dallas area. This is Plano, Texas. That's where we had it. The second thing is that you're going to be forming a line, a queue outside of the building. Please, please make sure that you pay attention as well, because before we go in, the officer came out to say that the letters that we got, our N445, there is also another paper that is attached to it. That paper you have to fill out with your address and just a couple of information, nothing over the top, just your name, your address, and all of that good stuff. He said to us, make sure you fill it out so that when we open the doors for you to enter, you don't have to stand around. Of course, people didn't pay attention. So when they opened the doors for us to enter, people were now figuring out why there were people who had that stuff that were filled out. So please pay attention to that. Once you get your letter, go ahead and fill it out, so it is one less thing for you to do when you get to the ceremony center. Also, know this, they schedule ceremonies after ceremonies. So when we got there, as you can see, there is no parking spot. See where this white car is parking? That is actually the same place we went to park. He parked on the grass. So when we got there, one thing we realized was that the ceremony that was there for 7:30 actually started at 9 a.m. and we got there at 9 a.m. It was around 9:20. So we waited outside for our ceremony that was supposed to start at 10:30. It literally started at 12 p.m. So take note of this. If you're taking kids with you like we did, pack extra food. Check the weather, because it was so cold outside. We thought we were just going to be able to enter. We weren't able to, so we had to stay outside with the kids and form a long queue. I'm giving you all these tips because we had to learn the hard way, and I figured I don't want any other parent who is taking their kids to their naturalization ceremony to go through the same thing that we went through. So just a tip on that for everybody. And note that the ceremony itself takes about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. It is the waiting time. We had over 1,000 people over there. With 1,000 people, of course, they have to get everybody in, everybody settled in before we can do anything. Let me give you a quick rundown through the process where you finally enter the gate. Once you finally enter the gate, they're going to ask you to, they're going to check your bags, and then they're going to tell you no food is allowed. But just remember this, when you have kids, they will allow you to take food with you, because obviously the kids have to eat. Once you get in, like I said earlier, they're going to tell family members to go have a seat, and then they're going to tell applicants to go in a straight line. This is only for the Plano, Texas area. I have no idea about other places. So once you go forward, there are going to be officers standing there. They're going to look at your application and they will take it. Once they take it, you go to another desk. That desk is going to tell you which other table you are going to go to for your packet. And I'll insert a clip of the packets and what the packet entails as well. So this is how they have the numbers numbered in the center. Your last three numbers of your A number, your green card, is going to be the number where you're going to be directed to go for your packet. So again, the last three numbers of your card. Once you go there, they're going to take your letter, and then they will also take your green card. So your ceremony letter and your green card, and then they're going to give you 2 envelopes. These are the envelopes you're going to take into the ceremony ground. Once you enter, there are going to be officers there that are going to seat you. Of course, they're going to wait for everybody to be seated. Once every person is seated, then the ceremony begins. That is really the biggest part of it. For the Plano, Texas area, they're going to give you a little packet that has the Statue of Liberty on it. That is like a brochure with the oath of allegiance in there, and also the pledge. That is your ticket to get out. So, for example, if you need to use the restroom, you must have that little brochure in your hand, because when you come back, that's the brochure you need. One thing I forgot is that same brochure is what the officer who gave you the packet is going to write a number on there. That number represents which number your certificate is going to be at, your naturalization certificate. So if you lose that paper, you are in trouble. Don't lose that paper with the Statue of Liberty on, because that's what you're going to go back, give to the officer after the ceremony. Then she's going to give you your naturalization certificate. Once that is given to you, please make sure, and they're going to tell you this, make sure your name is right, your address is right, your eye color, every information, your date of birth is absolutely correct, because once you leave the center, the rest is all on you. But if you're able to find out before you leave, you can go back and go through another process of them trying to change it for you. And really, that is it. I'm going to insert the clip of what the packet contains. This was such a beautiful ceremony. It wasn't even a joke. I was glad to have my family there. Casey and the kids were there, and it was such a precious moment for all of us. If you need any additional information, please leave a comment in the comment section, or follow us on Instagram at She'sWorld74 and send me an Instagram message, and I will be more than happy to answer every question you would have for us. So let's go ahead and watch the clip. And we had over 1,000 people. I've already inserted a video, or I already have a video of how the whole ceremony went. I didn't want to add it to what you should do or what you should expect. So check out that video in the description box, and also I will link it up somewhere here in the video for your convenience.
So when you get your naturalization done, these are the documents that they are going to be given you. So you're going to get one envelope like this that says U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. And then you will get another envelope like this, and this is what it reads: a message from the President of the United States. Perfect. So let's open this one. Has the, come here, this has the White House. Let me see if I can get it perfect. There you go. This has the White House seal on it. Actually, it's the original seal that you have on right here. And then there's a letter to say, dear fellow American, on behalf of the people of the United States, congratulations on becoming a citizen of this magnificent land. No matter where you come from or what faith you practice, you are now an American citizen, and you share the sacred rights, responsibilities, and duties that unite us as one people. Our nation has always welcomed newcomers who embrace our values, assimilate into our society, and pledge allegiance to our country. In turn, America embraces you and ushers you into a fraternity defined by mutual kinship and affection. Our patriotism is the bond that holds us all tightly together. Although you and your fellow naturalized citizens hail from many places and come from many backgrounds, as Americans, you all now bear the torch of American history, inheriting a legacy of common heroes, values, and traditions that stretches back through the centuries. This American legacy is now your legacy. This history is now your history. Our traditions are now your traditions. You now share the duty to pass the legacy of liberty, history, and tradition to the next generation of Americans. The United States is now your homeland, and all Americans are now your brothers and sisters. You have pledged your heart to America. And when you give your love and loyalty to America, she returns her love and loyalty to you. We celebrate this special day. We welcome you into our national family. We applaud your devotion to America, and we embrace the wonderful future we will have together. Congratulations and welcome. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America. And so you see the president's signature right here. So this is a beautiful letter you get. And they also, the president, you hear a message from the president reading this message as well. Now, this is the package you get. So I'm just trying to empty it for everybody so you can see. I will be covering some stuff for me. So, first of all, you will get the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. So you will get a copy of the Constitution of the United States, a very beautiful booklet for your transition into the American. And then you will get your Citizenship Certificate. So this is your certificate. This picture is the one you take when you get your first letter to appear for your thumbprint. It will have your name, your height, it's going to have your name, your number, the number of the certificate, your USCIS green card number, the date that you had the ceremony, and some good stuff. And then you get this note that says the Star Spangled Banner, because you're going to sing the anthem and then the pledge as well. Very beautifully done. And then here is your, there you go, your beautiful oath of allegiance. So this is what you're going to repeat to make you a citizen. And then you have your voters register to vote, so which I am going to do this and mail it off, so they give it to you. That is really nice. And then we have here 14 facts about voting. So they give you also a beautiful pamphlet that talks about the facts about voting. So very educative, very informative for when you need it. And then you have your congratulations on becoming a U.S. citizen. So this is also a beautiful congratulatory, wow, that was a mouthful, message for you. So this is right here. You get this as well. Important information for new citizens. So there's also one thing that you have to remember. You need to, and I'll do that in a separate video. And this is a form to apply for a passport. So I am going to apply for the passport. I will do a separate video on how to apply for an American passport, which is actually very easy. So we'll go through that. So that's also a good addition. And then this is your license to get in and out of the ceremony. And then once the ceremony is done, this is the paper you send back. So you see number 20, I was number 20 to get in line to get my naturalization certificate. So this is what you're going to need. And this is also has in here the Pledge of Allegiance, how the ceremony is going to take place. So these are the stuff you get once you get the packet. So congratulations if you are planning on getting your citizenship or you just got naturalized. I say congratulations. If you're working on getting yours, I say I wish you all the best. If you have any questions about the process, go ahead and send me a message in the comment section, or you can email me. I'll put my email in the description box, or you can also send me an Instagram message. My handle is She's World at She's World 74. So do that, and then that is it. This is all that you get. Thank you for watching.